Hello and welcome to VB 411. I'm your host, Miz Information, the know-it-all in City Hall, back this week to bring some truth and clarity to misconceptions and rumors. The hot topic of the day, short-term rentals. Now, the goal here is to provide a general orientation to the issue and new ordinance. At the end of the segment, I'll tell you where you can find additional information. And if you have specific questions about your property or situation, it never hurts to give the professionals in our city zoning office a call at 385-8074. Now, after years of debate, public input, and weighing several courses of action, City Council adopted an ordinance on January the 15th to address short-term rentals. The new rules are set to go into effect on November the 1st, 2019. This ordinance put some regulations in place. Until now, there were really no regulations at all. In fact, short-term rentals like what you find on Airbnb or VRBO were not legal, and yet they were being offered throughout Virginia Beach. The ordinance defines a short-term rental as a home in which any number of rooms or the entire dwelling are rented for fewer than 30 consecutive days. Any property owner who wants to use a residence they own as a short-term rental must have a conditional use permit or CUP. There are a couple of exceptions where a CUP is not necessary. Properties in Sandbridge are exempt pursuant to legislation the state passed in 2018, specifically HB 824. Now, additionally, the ordinance grandfathers properties that were registered with the Commissioner of the Revenue's office prior to July 1st, 2018. However, the grandfather clause will cease if the property owner stops renting out the property or if the overall square footage is increased by 25% or 1,000 square feet, whichever is less. When considering the options, City Council had to balance the wants and needs of those who are renting out their properties and those of the neighbors. The goal is to allow the practice to continue, but with regulations in place to preserve the quality of our neighborhoods. To that end, in addition to obtaining a CUP, those using their property as a short-term rental must provide one parking space per bedroom, provide the name and phone number of a responsible party to address any problem within 30 minutes of being reported, pay all applicable taxes and maintain registration status, and maintain $1 million of liability insurance. Additionally, a special event permit is required for events with more than 50 people, with a maximum of 3 per year. No more than 2 contracts are permitted within 7 consecutive days. The overnight total occupancy of the home cannot be more than 3 persons per bedroom, and all laws pertaining to safety, such as smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, must be followed. Home sharing, where the owner of the resident is present during the rental period and shares the space, follows the same set of rules, but does not have to get a CUP. For more information about the new short-term rental ordinance, please visit www.vbgov.com/short-term rentals. There you'll find a copy of the full ordinance and a summary of the new rules and how they're applied. Moving on to today's Beach Bucket segment, a question that we've seen recently on Facebook and in a letter to the editor of the Virginian Pilot is, why does the water reading on the city services bill have an inconsistent billing cycle? Well, inclement weather, holidays, and other unforeseen events can contribute to inconsistent billing cycles. Public Utilities uses Alexander's Contract Services to manually read about 136,000 customer meters every month. Because the city services bill is not generated until the meter is read, delays in reading your meter means delays in receiving your bill. Recently, the billing cycle has been around 37 days rather than the goal of 28 to 32 days. Public Utilities has been coordinating with the contractor to return to more consistent billing periods. Measures taken to bring the meter reading schedule back on track have included hiring additional meter readers and having readers work additional days. Customers should see bills closer to 28 to 32 days in the coming months. For more information about Virginia Beach's public utilities and billing cycle, please visit www.vbgov.com/publicutilities. And if you have a question about your bill, You can submit an inquiry online or give them a call at 385-4631. And now, you're in the know. Thanks for joining me today. Is there a burning question you'd like us to cover on the show? Well, send an email to mizinfo@phoebegov.com and we'll get on it. See you next time.